Okay.
All righty. Welcome everyone to today's Tech Tuesday. We haven't done one of these in a while because of, we've had a Thanksgiving break, and now we're going to have a bit more of a break with the upcoming Christmas holidays and New Year. But we're happy to have you today for this session on Microsoft OneDrive. I'm happy to introduce Charisse Brown, who's one of our learning specialists. We also have Rafael Supa, who's part of our infrastructure team. And both of them are here to teach you about Microsoft OneDrive, which is our cloud storage solution. Thank you both for joining us today.
All right. Thank you so much, Vanessa, and thank you to Raphael, who's co-teaching with me. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen.
Charisse, while you're setting up your screen, I just wanted to remind everyone that we do have a lot of people on the call today. So if you have any questions, feel free to hit the chat button at the bottom of your Zoom window and put any questions in there. I'm going to try to answer them all, and Raphael's also on to help answer them. We'll get to all of them as soon as we can. And I'm also recording the session so that I can send you the recording of this meeting and so any helpful links after the session is over. I usually send it out by the end of the day or the following morning, just so you can expect an email from me. All right, Charisse, go ahead.
Okay, so again, thank you for attending today's session. I'm sharing my screen here, and I'm going to go into my slide deck. Okay, so welcome everybody to OneDrive. And again, my name is Charisse Brown. I'm a learning specialist with the training team in ITS. So good afternoon to everyone. So we have an agenda today. We're going to cover a lot of things. We're going to do a little bit of an introduction, and 5 minutes of that will be on review of Tech Connect program, okay? And this was formerly known as traveling training. Then I'm going to go into the service focus. OneDrive, we'll talk about OneDrive, the overview of it, as well as what is OneDrive, the web version, the desktop app, some of the features, and then we'll do a live demo, and then maybe about 10 minutes will be spent on is that connect, okay? And this is your connection to your link to training. So the team does customized training sessions, the length, the topic. You can learn on different topics, such as Excel, on Adobe, etc. And again, definitely connect with us, the Tech Connect team, and you can send an email to ITS training at cornell.edu, a team for any training needs that need to be addressed by your department. Okay, so what is OneDrive? OneDrive is definitely a free application that's available from Office users. And you'll be able to store your
Hey, Charisse, we're getting a lot of
photos.
Charisse, we're getting some responses that you're breaking up a little bit. I'm not sure if you can,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so just give me one moment, folks, and let me try to.
Thanks, guys, for your
second.
feedback. Charisse is just gonna check her connection real quick. Apologies for the issue. Thank you, guys.
All right. Okay. Okay, just bear with me one more second, folks. Okay, how's the connection now, folks? Is everyone still able to hear me? Or
Therese,
is
it
it
sounds a lot better. And a lot of people are responding that it sounds much more clear. So thank you so
okay?
much.
Okay, so just keep me posted and I'll do some adjustments if I need to.
Okay.
Okay, so as I was saying, Microsoft OneDrive, it's a free available Microsoft application that you can use to connect with your colleagues, to collaborate, share files, folders, documents, etc. And you can either use the web version or the desktop version, and you can access your files once you download the app to connect with your colleagues and send documentation, whether you're on your desktop and whether you're mobile. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do when you have OneDrive is to download the application. And so it's different if you're working on a PC or whether you're on a Mac. So in the end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a lot of information that Vanessa will share with you, including this link for the article so that you will know how to download it from a PC or from a Mac. I actually am on a Mac right now. Okay, so we'll get started. And because the easiest way to share with a variety of people using different platforms, we're going to start with the web version through Weill Cornell Medicine's Office 365 account. Okay, so let me just click to the next screen and I'm going to click here. Okay, and it connected me to my Weill Cornell Medicine account, and I'm just going to say yes for now. Okay. And so when I log in, I'm in Office 365. And along here, I'm just looking for the OneDrive app. So I'm just going to click here. Another way that what you can do is actually come up at the top at what is called the app launcher, and you can click on OneDrive. Okay, so now I'm officially using my Weill Cornell Medicine's OneDrive. And again, whether you're on a Mac or a PC, okay, this is the web version, so anyone can use this platform. So when we open up, okay, it starts out with my name, and in this section right now, it's on files. So here are all the files that I have in my OneDrive account. Now, if you're just starting out with your OneDrive account after you download the app, whether you're on a Mac or a Windows, you won't have all of these files available until you start creating them. Next, we'll take a look at recent. So recent is all the activity that I have, the name as well as when it was last accessed. Next section down, shared. Okay, so here are all the files that I have shared, etc. Okay, then I also have the recycle bin, and we'll get into this when I go into a little more of the features. And then I have my shared libraries. And this is where other libraries have been shared with me by colleagues, and I have access to all the documentation with my shared libraries. Now, a quick thing that I'm going to show here is to create shared library. So if I wanted to create a shared library, I'm going to make this, I'm going to put the Tech Tuesday. I'm going to make that my library. Okay, and you saw as I was typing, it's telling you if it's already, if the name is in use or not. So I'm going to invite Vanessa. Okay. And I'm going to click Vanessa's name. and I'm going to say create. Okay, now it says this already exists, so I'm just going to put Tech Tuesday demo and then create. Okay, and so now I actually created this folder. So I'm going to go back now to my files. Okay, and it should be listed, but I don't see it coming up right now. Untitled folder here. I'll go back into this, but basically when you create a shared library, this is how you can share, create a folder to share. It may be because Tech Tuesday has been used, it's not showing up here. So I'll try that again a little bit later. So let's actually get into across some of the menu functions that we have here. Okay. And so new, we click on new, okay, and then you have the kind of drop down arrow. And so you can create a new folder. So I'm gonna make this time I'm gonna say, let's try Tech Tuesday. I'm not gonna put a space there, and I'm gonna put 2020, and I'm gonna say create. Okay, so here's my folder here, okay? Now, you have other options. You can create a Word document. You can create an Excel workbook. You can create PowerPoint, OneDrive, OneNote, forms, and you can do a link. So I just did a demo of creating a folder. So the next thing that I'm going to do is select a Word document. Okay, so we'll wait for Word to open up. And let's say you were working on a proposal. I'm just going to say this is a test document. Okay, and then I'm going to go all the way up to the top and I'm going to say share. Okay, so now I have an option to share with people. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Vanessa, okay? And if I wanted to add more people, I have the capability of doing that here. And if I want to put a message, I can add a message. Hi, Vanessa, this is a test document. Okay, and then I'm going to send this to Vanessa. So Vanessa, if you'll be so kind, since it does say link sent, when you get the link for this file, can you just let us know? That would be great. Okay.
Oh, Sharice, it happened like immediately. I already got
it.
Okay.
Excellent. So for those wanting to know if you get the document like right away, as Vanessa just confirmed, you get it right away. So what I'm going to do is go back to my OneDrive, okay? And again, you have different options. Now, I just want to let you know that when you're working on this OneDrive document, there is no need to go to File and Save, okay? Any time that you're working on your OneDrive document, it automatically is saved, so you don't have to go to File and then Save. So let me go back to OneDrive. Okay. Now, another cool feature that I want to show you is link. So I'm going to click on this link. Okay. And what I'm going to do, let's see, I want to go to, okay. So how to use Microsoft OneDrive. So I'm going to copy this URL. Okay. I'm going to toggle back over to OneDrive. And I want to share this direct link with the colleague. So I'm going to paste it in. Okay. I'm going to create it. Okay. Now, I already created this file before. It says a file with this name already exists, but let me see if I can still force it to. No.
Maybe the main Cornell EDU site.
Yes, thank you, Vanessa. I will do that. So let's go to while. Oops, if I can spell this, .cornell.edu. Okay, so I'm gonna copy that. Okay, toggle back over to my OneDrive, and I'm gonna try it again. Link, and let me just move this out of the way. Okay, so into the link, it tells you, I'm gonna paste it. Okay, and I'm gonna say create. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is look here at my activities, okay? And I just created this a few seconds ago, okay? So what I'm gonna do is click here, and you see that it takes me to that link. So let me close that. And what I actually wanna do is I'm gonna click here because I wanna share this. And again, guess what, Vanessa? I'm gonna use you. And I'm gonna send this to Vanessa. I'm not gonna put a message in there. And what'll typically happen is that Vanessa will get a message. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna toggle over to my email for a moment. And what usually happens is that I will get notification, okay, that Vanessa has received and opened that file that I sent to her, okay? So I just wanna point that out to you guys, okay? Now let's take a look at some of the other features, okay? So you have upload, and let me just move this out of the way. You have upload. So then you can upload files, okay? And I'm going to select this one. And I'm gonna say open. Okay, and so it has told me that I uploaded one document. So I'm gonna scroll down. And as I keep adding more files and folders, okay, you just have to scroll down to see all your items, okay? You can also create folders, okay? So we created a folder from here. You have that option to upload a folder, and we created a folder here, okay? And the next feature is sync, okay? So up here at the top, I'm gonna click on, okay, this is the icon letting me know that I'm actively in OneDrive. And once you download the app, what you can do is keep up to date with syncing all your items. So I can go open folder, or I can view online, and I'm already online, but just to give you an idea, okay? And I have so many windows open. I'm going to get out of that. And let me get back over here. Okay. Now, another feature that I want to show you guys, okay, is I haven't used Automate yet to create a workflow, and I haven't seen my workflow. So that's something maybe in the future, there can be a part 2 or just a FAQ. The next thing that I'm gonna move on to is sorting. So if you click on sort, okay, right now it's on type, but what you can do is change it by name, right? And so it's in alphabetical order. You can also change your view by modified, okay, when it was last modified, etc. And you can also change and sort by file size, okay? As well as you can sort by descending. So then everything is in descending order, okay? So I'm just gonna put it back to name. Okay, next to this, this is where you can change your list. So it can be the compact view, okay, and it changes it and it's a little compressed or compact, or you can show as tiles, okay? So I'm gonna switch it back to a list, okay? So another thing that I want to show you is that you can change, you can come here and you can change the name of a folder. This happens to be an untitled folder, but you can put a name of a folder. I'm just gonna put test2, rename it. Okay, it says cannot, okay, already exists. I have so many folders with that name, so let me just try again, rename. Okay, so that name was not in use. And again, you have a number of features of what you can do. So here again, you can share this folder, okay? Or you have other options. It gives you, if you want to share this way, you can copy the link, you can manage access in terms of who has access to your folder, download, you can delete, you can move it, you know, if you wanted to move it into another folder, okay, and you could rename it and also the details. So it provides the activity that has occurred with this folder. Another thing that I want to point out, and let me unclick this, okay? Now, if you need to, you can click on a document, and anytime you click on the document, it's highlighted with a checkbox or a check mark. And up at the top, you also have options that you can perform. You can either come here to perform, or you can do tasks up here. So if I wanted to delete this document, I'm gonna click on delete. And again, it comes up. Are you sure you want to send this item to the site recycle bin? And I'm gonna say delete, okay? So it has been sent to the recycle bin, but sometimes accidents happen or you change your mind. And so you can go to the recycle bin, okay? And you can retrieve that document. So this is the document. I'm gonna click that check box and I'm gonna restore it back to my OneDrive, okay? And I'm gonna go back to my files, okay? And this document is restored and it's back into my OneDrive. So at this point, are there any questions that we have?
Hey, Sharice. Yeah, the chat's actually blowing up a bit, and
okay.
Raul has been helping me, or not Raul, Raphael has been.
Okay.
My brain's not working today. Raphael's been helping me answer a ton of questions, but there might be a few that might be beneficial if everybody heard them. Okay. Would you mind showing when you share a document with somebody how you can allow them to edit the document? So allowing for editing permissions.
Okay, so let me go into this document. Okay, so that was one I already shared with you. Let's go here. Okay, so people can view, let me click here. Okay, so now I can click on allow editing. And then I could either choose people in med.cornell.edu with the link people with existing access or specific people. And apply, okay? And so now I'm gonna put Vanessa's name again and then send. So that would be the way to change from Vanessa typically viewing the document to now Vanessa can edit the document as well in real time if we wanted to collaborate.
Thanks, Sharice. We had a few people ask, there's a couple of questions about sync. One of them that I'll ask is, how can you download sync so that you can use it on a device? Because I noticed that you pointed out that little icon at the top. Like, how would you get that icon at the top of your screen so that you can use sync?
Okay, so.
Hey, Vanessa, I'm sorry. I don't know. This is Raphael. If you can hear me, I can jump in on that.
Go ahead,
Raphael. Go ahead, Raphael.
Yeah, hey guys, how are you? So so if you have a Windows 10 computer or laptop, then the OneDrive client automatically comes as part of Windows. So you don't have to do anything. The only thing you would have to do is sign into that client with your WCM work account, your email address and password, in other words, same as for O365 email, and it'll automatically set up. If you work on a Mac, then you do have to download the sync client, and you can do that from either the App Store, I think, or from just the Microsoft website. If you go there and search for the OneDrive client, it'll direct you to the correct version for Mac. And if you have a mobile device, then you can go to the appropriate App Store or Marketplace and search for the OneDrive app.
Thanks, Raphael. And just to clarify, because I know we got a lot of questions. So in terms of using an untagged personal device, yes, you can access the web version, but not things like sync and some of the other features you mentioned. Can you clarify that? Okay.
So in general, if your device is tagged by ITS, then when you download the app, whether you're downloading the app for the Mac version or with Windows 10, if you have the latest version and you sign in through Weill Cornell Medicine, then you will have access to your files. Another thing that I just want to point out is that if you have a Microsoft account in general, right, you will have access to your other files. So what I'm going to do is, my windows are crowded, but I'm just going to open a new browser. And what I'm going to do is go to OneDrive directly. Okay. And I'm going to sign in. And basically what I'm doing now, I'm signing in to my OneDrive account that is not connected or attached with Weill Cornell Medicine. I'm actually going to tap into my OneDrive account on my Windows computer remote. Okay, so I'm going to go there. I'm going to put in my password. Okay, and I'm going to sign in, and I'm not going to save that there. Okay, so what I did basically is I tapped into my OneDrive account from my Windows computer. And so these are my files and etc. And this is not on a tagged device. So I hope that clarifies. So again, you can have a free OneDrive account if you have Microsoft in general. But if you want to, let me just get out of this. If you want to use Weill Cornell Medicine, right, you'll have to download the app. And then once you download the app, you can pull folders or files from anywhere, because the whole idea is that you're collaborating or you're sharing files and folders, or even giving yourself access to information via your OneDrive. So what I can do typically is I can actually take any files that I have from my OneDrive windows, which is not using my OneDrive account from Weill Cornell, and send the files to myself and then just add it, upload those files here. So I hope that answers the question for those who have that question. And then I just want to backtrack a little bit, Vanessa. I know Raphael pointed out in terms of downloads. And so if I'm on a Mac, and so I would typically go here to the App Store. And in the end, I'm going to share the information with Vanessa because we have some knowledge articles that go into specifically showing you step by step how to download the app. So I'm on a Mac. I click the App Store. I'm typing in OneDrive for Mac, okay? And here is the OneDrive. Now, because I already downloaded the app, it doesn't say get it, but typically you would click on get it and follow the instructions. So again, we do have knowledge articles written, and I will share this with everyone. We can share this link, and it goes through the step-by-step instructions of how to download this app if you're on a Mac. And then we also have the knowledge article if you are starting off and if you're working on the Windows platform. Another thing that I wanted to point out, again, Raphael already went over, that you can download OneDrive not only on your phone, but any device, any smart device, any tablet, etc. Just look for OneDrive in the App Store or Google Play. And I will definitely provide helpful, additional helpful links. But on to more questions, because I know, Vanessa, you said there were a ton of questions.
Yeah, and we're answering them in the chat, but some of them may be worth just repeating out loud for everybody. There were a few questions about the editing, whether it's real time, how it works. I don't know if you want to go into that, Sharice or Raphael, about how editing documents works in OneDrive.
Yeah, sure. I can jump in, Vanessa.
Excellent.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yep. So real time, editing or co-authoring should work. Best bet is to open the documents in the web versions of Excel or Word or whatever the application is. So if you have a file, you can right click or select and choose to open it online. It'll use the online editor. And that is probably best for doing real-time co-authoring. When you have the other person making changes, you should see their initials or a tag that they are working in a specific cell or area. So yeah, so real-time co-authoring should work. And if you are using the full version of Excel, it's going to work best in the Office Pro Plus version that we are currently rolling out. So stay tuned for that.
Oh, Raphael, you just got a question from Irfan. For PHI data, is there any additional encryption that can be done on top of just having the file shared on OneDrive?
So no, we don't require or really offer any other encryption, because the files are stored in the cloud. They're already encrypted and secured, with Microsoft's industry standard, cloud security. So all the encryption and security is done at the cloud level. In addition to the way we access those files, obviously it requires your authentication and your Duo, security, multi-factor method of accessing it. So, we have that, and so I can't point to anything in addition to that.
Oh, and Raphael, can you clarify, because there's been a lot of questions about sharing with affiliate institutions. Can you go into who we can share with and what what limitations there might be when it comes to sharing documents?
Sure, yeah. So as far as the guest or external sharing, we have set up some default domains that are sort of pre-approved already on the allow list. So, we have NYP, we have Columbia, Rockefeller, the immediate partners. We have a few other hospitals and academic institutions that we've added over the last few months as we've gotten requests. So the list is, it's growing, and it's not fully open, right? So you won't be able to share with just anyone, but if it is a new institution that's not on our list yet, you can easily send a request to the help desk, and it would be reviewed and probably added, so we can add that collaboration.
I do believe we have like a list in a KB or on our website of all the institutions that do have access. So I'm going to look for that, and I'll make sure to send it to you guys in a follow-up email, just so you have that for safekeeping and know who you can share with.
Yeah, it's really in line with Teams external sharing. It may be under that heading, that article, because OneDrive sharing is very similar. It's using the same technology as Teams.
I'm just going through the questions. We do have a question from Veronica. Please talk about automate options. Raphael, is that something that you can answer? Do you need more details?
So as far as, using the Power Automate or the flow features, it's something that's still in progress, right? So O365 in general is just growing so fast, and there are so many new features being added that, unfortunately, the support teams have not had a chance to fully catch up and learn them and be ready to support all those features. So things like, Power Automate, number one, not everyone is enabled for it just because we cannot fully support it yet. But it's being worked on, it's in progress. And if you have a specific question, feel free to, to get back to us in the background or enter a ticket. It's just, unfortunately, we may not be able to fully help in an advanced way, as, we're just standing up the support structure for some of these features.
I keep seeing questions about the estimated timeline for how long we'll continue Box, and we don't have a timeline for that at the moment, correct, Raphael?
As far as Box, no. Yeah, I mean, it's, it looks like, we're at some point we'll standardize on OneDrive, but there's no timeline yet from migrating from Box, sometime in the somewhat distant future, I would say.
All righty. Just going through these questions to make sure I didn't miss any.
Okay. And then at some point,
is there anything you wanted to show? Yeah.
Yes, I actually want to show another cool way. Let me just start sharing again. A new way, or rather a different way, that you can upload documents. So the whole idea with OneDrive is that you're supposed to be able to easily share documents, like drag and drop. So let's just take a look. So I pulled this up. This is ITS's Human Resources website. So I'm just going to select tuition reimbursement application. So I'm going to download this form. Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, and what I'm going to do is go over to OneDrive. And I labeled this budget, but I'm just going to open it. And I already put in tuition reimbursement, the regular application. And so what I want to do is, usually it should come up. Okay, so here it is. So what I want to do is toggle back over, and I'm going to take this drag and drop. So I downloaded it. And now, a few seconds ago, here is the application. Okay, so this is the application, and I dragged and dropped it. And this one is called the Tuition Reimbursement Application Career Life Planning. So earlier, what I did was I downloaded the tuition reimbursement application. So I wanted to make sure that everyone knows you can also feel free to use the drag and drop feature. another thing that I want to show you, because you're not just limited by OneDrive itself, I'm going to go to Vanessa, okay? And if I wanted to type Vanessa a message or upload a file, I can go to OneDrive. And I'm just going to share this whole entire folder. Okay. Well, actually, let me just do one. Okay. And I'm going to share that with Vanessa. And I'm going to click share. Okay. So Vanessa will get this, right, via Teams. And she can open it, etc., download it, and can use that. So I just wanted to point that out also. And then let me just go back to from current slide and let me continue. And again, Vanessa will send out information for the ITS website for the knowledge articles that talked about different aspects of OneDrive. How to use OneDrive if if you're on a Mac or a Windows, and a link out to LinkedIn Learning. And let me just go over to here. So we do have a bunch of articles that we call knowledge articles. And if I go here, I can type in OneDrive. Okay, it takes a few moments. Let me just do again. It's spooling, searching up. Okay, let me click on knowledge again. Sorry about that, folks. It's a little slow. Okay, let me try again. OneDrive. Okay, it seems as if it's going a little slow. Sorry about that, folks. Not sure. Let me just try again. Maybe I was kicked off for a moment. So just bear with me. Let me try again. As we're waiting for it to open, any other questions, Vanessa, from anybody?
We just had a couple of more, they're being answered in the chat, but somebody just asked, if you share a folder with someone, can they add documents to it? The answer is yes, if they have editor permission. So just something for everyone to know. I think that was the only one we got in while you were showing us all of the guides and where to go to get assistance.
Right, okay. So I'm in knowledge and I typed in OneDrive, and there's a whole bunch of articles that come up pertaining to OneDrive. Any other questions?
That is all. Oh, there we go. Are the documents on Teams OneDrive's docs or hold on, wait, let me see this. Are okay. On Teams OneDrive? Grace, are you asking, I think she's asking about, I don't know if you can see the chat, Sharice, about using OneDrive documents on Teams. And are they separate for OneDrive and not synced?
Hey, Vanessa, I can grab that one.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think it gets a little confusing with Teams because Teams does use OneDrive in the background as well, right? So it depends where in Teams you're sharing. If you're sharing a document, let's say in a channel that's part of an existing team, then those documents are automatically placed in the SharePoint repository for that team. So that's SharePoint, very similar, but it's more for a group. Then if you're doing a one-to-one chat with someone, or perhaps one-to-many chat, and you're sharing a document that way, then those documents will appear in your OneDrive area, in your OneDrive folder. there's a specific folder called Teams chat files. If you look under your, Med Cornell OneDrive portal, so if you go to the Teams chat files, you'll see them there. And that's for one-to-one or more personal chats versus what goes on in a channel.
Got it. Awesome, Grace. I'm glad that you got your answer. Well, we're at time. So I just want to thank Sharice and Raphael for joining us today and answering all of these questions. You guys had really great questions about the service. So what I'm going to do is, if you happen to have more questions after this, again, I'm going to be sending out a ton of information that Sharice is giving me, and what we talked about in the chat and the recording. I'm going to put that all together. I'm going to email all of you. Since you've registered, I have your information. And if you have any questions, just write back. I'm going to have Sharice and Raphael also on the email. So just send it to all of us, and we'll be able to help answer any questions that you might have after this. So again, we're going to go on another little short break because of the holidays, but we'll have some more topics for you guys starting in January. Thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to having more Tech Tuesday sessions in 2021. So thanks, guys. Happy New Year, I guess, or happy holidays, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Before everyone goes, I just saw a last message from someone. So Vanessa will share this eventually, the recording. There was someone who had a question about this recording. So Vanessa will share the recording with everyone who is registered. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Vanessa and Raphael. Thank you, everyone.
Take care.